You know, I've been very fortunate, and I'm very appreciative of everything that Fehr has done for me to allow me the opportunity to now move into a life beyond work.
He was working at IDOT at the time, and he was in Springfield for a conference. He followed me over to my table and asked me if he could buy me a drink, and he hasn't left since. Found out that Fehr was looking for an engineer, and Todd said, just get me the interview and I'll take it from there.
And Todd came on board, I think I started in '89, I think Todd came on board like first quarter or so of '90.
You know, Todd's probably, and I are probably the two last ones that really, back in the day when we were a small firm, 18, 20 people, you basically had to do what came in the door, and it didn't matter whether it was a tank pull, a landfill job, or a road job.
When I was little, my dad used to bring me into the office. I would sit at drafting tables and draw things and watch him work.
Todd did a lot of work on underground storage tank work in Illinois, and we did a lot of phase ones together. Todd was really leading, or cutting edge, I guess you'd say.
The Harrison Park, or multi-use subdivision here in Rockford, that's probably the most challenging project that Todd and I worked on. He did a great job of helping lead that project through the process.
There's a lot of people that have helped shape the way that I carried out my career.
As far as traits that I learned from Todd is he always came across as the business professional. You know, he didn't come across as the stereotypical engineer with the pocket protector. Todd was, and always could speak in front of audiences, and still to this day, you know, he speaks very well. And so I've always admired those traits of Todd.
I've also seen Todd outside of work in terms of professional organizations, and as a Freeporter for the past 30 years, I've also witnessed him locally.
That's one thing that I'm going to miss is his perspective on things, and I guess some of that comes with his years of experience.
I learned a lot from him about writing. I learned a ton about contracts, project specifications. Taught me how to do client development and client management in regards to how to cultivate a client. So Todd was very helpful in bringing me along.
Given what he does professionally, he still has a personal side, and he's not afraid to show that personal side. And I've just always respected that of him.
There's not many times where somebody asks me or I introduce myself to them that they don't say, "Are you Todd Weegens' son?" There was one time we were at Disney World and somebody says, "Hey Todd, how's it going?" I just kind of looked at him and I was like, "Are you serious right now?" I was like, "We are in Disney World and somebody knows you here."
As I look back over the 28 years I've been here, you know, to not acknowledge the work that Joe Graham or Al Fehr did when they founded this company, I would be remiss if I didn't do that. I learned so much, not only from the framework that they put up, but also just working closely with Al for a year, and some of the things that he taught me that I carried on beyond that.
We really don't have an idea of what it's going to look like 100%, but definitely family-oriented and fun-oriented.
Just enjoy it. He's earned it. He has definitely put his time in. So I hope he enjoys it. You know, spend as much time with the grandkids as he can.
Oh, man. He's had a pretty phenomenal career. Getting to see some of the projects that he's been involved in and the ones that he's very proud of, like the wind farm, and that's been neat.